Welcome to This Week at Otterbein. I'm Tim Neptune. On this show, find out how you can be featured on posters displayed around campus.
And I'm Grace Lenehan. Also this week, students in various departments prepare to showcase their year's research. But first, we turn to sports and Jacob Barker, who is here to tell us about the newly announced Otterbein men's basketball head coach.
Thanks, Grace. Well, more than 250 applicants sought the position of men's head basketball coach at Otterbein. On Tuesday, 29-year-old Brian Euler was announced officially as the successor to Todd Adrian, who resigned in late February. Euler spent the past 6 seasons as an assistant coach at his alma mater of DePaul University in Greencastle, Indiana. David Kinder spoke with Euler about becoming the new men's basketball coach at Otterbein.
Coach, this is your first head coaching job. If you could just share with us your initial feelings when you found out that you were selected for the job.
It's an incredibly humbling and honoring, and it's such an honor to hear from a place like Otterbein with the tradition in the men's basketball program like they have. And then, going throughout the interview process and getting to know the people and the community and the family atmosphere that's part of the institution. It was just a really kind of surreal moment, where all your hard work and sacrifices pays off for something that you really want. And like I said, I couldn't be happier to be at Otterbein.
DePaul is a place that you've coached at since 2009. It's where you played your college basketball. I think it's probably safe to say that Greencastle and DePaul have been a big part of your life. How difficult is it going to be to leave a place like that?
Yeah, no doubt. It's definitely a little bittersweet. I always tell people I feel like I grew up twice in Greencastle, once in college and then once when I came back and worked here as part of my professional career. So this place will always mean a lot to me, and I'll stay in touch with all of my friends and everyone who supported me during my time at DePaul. But right now I'm really looking forward to the future and looking forward to building up the Otterbein program, back to a place of national prominence. And then really alongside with that, just being part of the community at Otterbein and Westerville, and making new friends and new memories as we go.
Earlier this year, you had a chance to coach against Otterbein. That ended up being a 54-42 win for DePaul. After the game, what were your impressions of the Otterbein players?
I was very impressed with the players. We were actually, I think, down 12 at halftime in that game, and it was kind of one of those ugly offensive games that turned into a defensive battle. But I was really impressed with the way that the Otterbein players competed. I thought they played really hard. I thought they played the game the right way. And they certainly gave us some trouble in trying to run our offense. So particularly at the defensive end, I was really impressed with how they played, and I'm looking forward to working with all those guys.
In the past few years, it seems that Otterbein has been trying to build for the future and not really focusing on the present state of basketball. That being said, what are your goals for year one?
Yeah, I think there's definitely going to be some urgency right away for improvement. I think there are some pieces in place where we can see some immediate improvement, and we're going to have that urgency for right now because the current players on the team, they have a very small window as part of their lives to play college basketball, and I want to try to help them make the most of what's left of that experience. So we will definitely have some urgency for right now, but we've also got to keep in mind that this is going to be a process. And it's not going to happen overnight. So my goal is to come in and just take things day by day. We're going to embrace the process of just trying to get a little bit better each day, and I think we'll see the results add up as we adopt that mentality. But for this first year, I just want this team to become the best version of itself. And we'll work hard every day to get these guys playing at a really high level.
Coach, we thank you for your time and talking with us and talking with the Otterbein fans, and we look forward to speaking with you again very soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Exciting news. Been a long 6 weeks, guys, but he's finally here.
Absolutely. Much needed a new basketball coach. Well, with the end of the academic year approaching, the student showcases keep coming. The Department of Health and Sports Sciences will have its second annual showcase on Tuesday, April 14th. HSS majors will be doing poster presentations on their internship, credentialing, and research experiments. The event will also feature a keynote speaker. Otterbein alumni will also be in attendance to give current students networking opportunities and the chance to meet and talk with successful graduates working in their chosen field or going to graduate school. The April 14th event will take place from 6:30 to 8 in the Reich Center.
All faculty and students are invited to attend the Biology and Earth Science Senior Research Symposium this Wednesday, April 15th from 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. 19 students will give 15-minute presentations of their research. The symposium is being held in Roush 114 in Fisher Gallery. You're welcome to attend the entire symposium or certain selections.
The Humanities Advisory Committee Invited Speaker Series welcomes Notre Dame professor John Sitter for an upcoming presentation. Sitter's lecture is titled Teaching the Future, Liberal Education in the Anthropocene Academy. The lecture will focus primarily on how environmental understanding affects how and why students study the liberal arts. Refreshments will be served following the lecture. The event will take place on Thursday, April 16th from 4 to 5:30 in Towers 122. For more information, contact Dr. Andrew Mills at amills@otterbein.edu.
If you still need community service hours or just want to help out with graduation, volunteers are still needed for spring ceremonies. All students, faculty, and staff are encouraged to volunteer for commencement ceremonies. The master's commencement is on Saturday, May 2nd, with the bachelor's commencement on Sunday, May 3rd. Contact Juliana Sinclair at 823-1261 or by email by April 15th to sign up.
Well, it's that time of year again for Feminist Pride Day. If you'd like to be featured on a This Is What a Feminist Looks Like poster, make sure to have your photos turned in by April 13th. Each poster showcases a student, a faculty member, administrator, staff member, or alumnus that identifies with the core values of feminism. To show Otterbein that you are what a feminist looks like, send a high-resolution photo to Elizabeth Casto at otterbein.edu by April 13th. The posters will show the faces of feminism all over campus on Monday, April 20th.
If you're looking for the new game craze, on this week's Tech Time with Jay, he tells you about the Pac-Man Plus tournament.
Hello guys, and welcome back to this edition of Tech Time with Jay. My name is Jay Corbett, and today we're going to be talking about Namco's most trademarked game that has ever came out since the 80s, I believe? Yeah, it has to be the 80s. It is Pac-Man. However, it's going to be on your Android devices. It's Pac-Man Plus Tournament. It's basically a revamped version of Pac-Man, except with online tournaments where you can play other people all across the world and earn various prizes. So let's take a look at Pac-Man Plus Tournament. Pac-Man Plus Tournament is a free-to-play extravaganza. You can play the arcade classic, check out all new My Mazes mode, and compete against the world in tournaments. In the new Mazes mode, there are new mazes that can be added to your collection, and you can play them as often as you want. There are tournaments every day that you can play in for free. There are also new bonus rounds that you can enter into when you do some of these tournaments. There are over 100 bonus targets, and there are new tournaments all the time. Plus, if you want to just play the game and just enjoy being, an introvert of sorts, you can still play the classic Pac-Man by yourself, just like old times, But now there's leaderboards now, so you can challenge other people and you can outbest the best in Pac-Man Plus Tournament. Well, guys, that's Pac-Man Plus Tournament for you guys. It's going to be on the Android device. And, dropped my phone here. Pac-Man Plus Tournament is a game that you can get for free. Yeah, it's a free app that you can get on Android. Just type in Pac-Man Plus Tournament and go ahead and have some fun. It's kind of been a really good year for Pac-Man too. Pac-Man's been introduced in Nintendo Super Smash Bros. This year, so yeah. It's been a good year for Namco, so I say go ahead and have fun with Pac-Man. That's all the time that we have today. If you guys want to, please follow me at J_Corbett on Twitter. And you can check out my YouTube channel, which is OTT Cardinal 70, which I'll be having more videos posted up there soon. And you can check out previous Tech Time with Jay videos. Well, that's all the time that we have. You guys have a good day.
Next on This Week at Otterbein, more Otterbein athletes bring home conference honors.
But first, here are some upcoming campus events to keep in mind when making your plans this week.
Well, the Otterbein men's and women's track and field teams combined for 12 event wins at the Coach Rob Invitational in Springfield. 7 event wins, including a school record in the 4x100 meter relay, helped the women's team to first place. Abby Gray, Madison Skurlock, Shyla Cummings, and Taylor Detweiler participated in the record-setting run. Gray also won the hurdles, and Cummings has had the fastest 200-meter sprint and ran on the winning 4x400 meter relay. The men's team won 5 events on the way to a second-place overall finish. Both men's relay teams were tops, while Chris Saylor won the pole vault and Zach Dunlap was best in the hammer throw. Next up for the track and field teams is the All-Ohio meet this Saturday at Ohio Wesleyan. Well, it was an action-packed sports day at the Bine Wednesday, as the men's and women's lacrosse teams and women's tennis team were all in action. Well, the sky was bright when the men's lacrosse team took the field last night, although stormy weather conditions would bring the game to a halt. But nonetheless, the Cardinals ended their season-long four-game homestand against their newest OAC lacrosse competitor, the Muskingum Muskies. Junior attack Marcus Willis led the way for Otterbein with 2 goals and 2 assists as Otterbein took advantage of Muskingum's lack of experience. The Cardinals went into the half leading 9-0 and extended their lead to 11-1 with 4:25 left in the third when the game was suspended due to lightning. During the delay, both coaches did agree to consider the game being completed, but they decided to not resume it. The Cardinals improved their record to 2-0 in the OAC and 8-3 overall. They play Saturday afternoon at Mount Union at 1 o'clock before taking on Capital next Wednesday in Bexley. Well, switching gears to the ladies' side, the Otterbein women's lacrosse team picked up their first conference win of the season last night at Muskingum. The Cardinals took advantage of a shorthanded Muskingum squad, which was forced to play the entire game down a player due to shortage of available ones. Otterbein scored 3 goals in the first 7 minutes and went into the half leading 7-1, and they needed just 2 more goals to seal the deal with a 9-2 victory. Allie Kula, Tori Blatt, and Annie Kelly each scored 2 goals for the Cardinals. Blatt also excelled in the faceoff department, winning 11 of 13. Otterbein women's lacrosse evens up its record at 1-1 in the OAC and is now 6-4 overall. They host Mount Union this Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock at Memorial Stadium. Well, switching from the field to the court, the Otterbein women's tennis team took on the Ohio Northern Polar Bears yesterday. Ohio Northern took 4 of the 6 singles matches and 3 of the doubles matches to pull away with the win. Despite the loss, however, junior Sammy Kruger showed why she was named OAC Women's Tennis Player of the Week last week, with 6-2 and 6-3 victories in the singles matches while winning her doubles matchup alongside Riley Markle. The Cards will be right back here this Saturday at 1 o'clock versus John Carroll. Well, guys, weather's bright, spring sports are here. Busy weekend at Otterbein. Couldn't have picked a better weekend.
Yeah, lacrosse and track going at it. And with the semester coming to a close and finals right around the corner, Al and Shelby catch up with students to see how they are preparing for finals week and the warm weather in this week's tag team.
Hey Otterbein, I'm Al.
I'm Shelby.
And this is your tag team this week. We're going to ask people, it's warm outside now. We're going to ask them, what song gets them going and how they're looking forward to finals.
Yeah, we're going to ask them how week 13 is treating them because it's a real treat in itself. So.
Let's see how people are doing.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm awesome. So it's week 13.
Yeah.
How are you feeling? Are you getting ready for finals?
Kind of. I'm trying not to think about it as much as possible. I'm kind of...
A lot of homework?
Yeah.
Well, okay, it's week 13, but it's also the start of spring. So what's your, go-to jam out? It's spring and nice warm song.
Oh, dang. Oh, man.
I put you on the spot.
That's real. I don't think.
What do you want to cruise to? What song would you want to go on a cruise to?
There's this band called Always with 2 V's instead of a W. And they have this song called Next of Kin. That's really good. It's really springy vibe.
Good. I might use that on one of my radio shows.
You should do that.
Yeah, thank you. No problem. Hello, how are you?
Good.
Okay, so week 13, how you feeling so far?
Pretty great. Stressful, but it's happening.
Stressful. Are you prepping for finals?
Oh, yeah. You have to these days. Mm-hmm.
Lots of papers?
Lots of papers. Yep.
Do you have a lot of tests for finals week, do you know of?
I have 1 presentation and then 2 tests, so not too bad.
That's not too bad. So instead of thinking about finals, it's also spring, which means it's time to start cruising and listening to happy music. What's your go-to feel-good song?
Oh, my gosh. I have no idea, but I like the one song. It's Honey, I'm Good. I could have another, but I probably shouldn't now, you know. That one.
What's It's by Andy Grammer.
Angie Grammer. Okay, perfect.
That's a good song. Hey, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. So it's week 13. Everybody's getting ready for finals. How's everything going for you?
I have a serious medical disease.
Why?
It's senioritis.
Oh, one of those things. So you're ready to get out of here, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. So now that it's getting warm, it's starting to get warm, it's springtime. What's your favorite song that you like to cruise around to get happy about warm weather coming?
Ooh, something country. I don't know, anything country.
Anything country. Any specific examples?
She thinks my tractor's sexy.
There we go. Good song. Thank you.
Another tag team done. It was riveting. People are getting ready for finals.
And it seems like country music is the way to go, and some Andy Grammer.
Yeah, people are into country, so yeah.
So yeah, it was good. Are you ready for finals?
It's fine. We won't need to talk about it. But, yeah.
Anyway.
So that's been another tag team.
I'm Al,
And I'm Shelby.
and we'll catch you guys next time.
Well, it looks like a lot of people are getting ready for finals, and finals also means graduation for some of us. So it's crazy, but it's exciting. And that's all for this week at Otterbein. Thanks for watching.